Hi children, good morning everyone. Here in the previous module what we discussed about public healthcare services, right? So in that public healthcare services we discussed about urban areas and at the same time rural areas also, right? In urban areas we can see big government hospitals, those are providing healthcare to the people, right? For all kinds of illnesses and special diseases also. Okay, in private rural areas also, coming to the public healthcare services, they are providing PHCs, means public health centers, right? There we can see one nurse and one health worker, right? If for small illnesses, they will give medicines to the people, and if any big problem is there, big issue is there, they will send to the government hospital. Here in the public sector, they are interlinked. All small hospitals, big hospitals, nursing homes, right, and rural healthcare, public health centers, right, all these are interlinked because those are running by the government. Okay, in that people no need to pay anything or any less charge will be. Okay, if any special disease is there, low of cost, they have to, they need to get treatment, right? So like that, government is providing us health centers, public health centers in the rural areas, and at the same time government hospitals in the urban areas, right? In that government hospitals also we can get all kinds of illnesses treatment, and at the same time special diseases also they will provide treatment there, right? In this, the most important thing is here all people are equal, whether poor or rich, all people should get treatment, and at the same time less cost. Okay, for sometimes free of cost also. Okay, so that is about the public healthcare services in India, right? That we discussed in the module 3. Now we are going to enter into the module 4. Okay, so in that module actually now I have to ask some questions. Okay, if children, if you get any fever or small issues, health issues, cold, cough, right? If you are playing sometimes you will get some injuries, right? So where will you go? Yes, small clinics nearby your house, right? That small clinics, either private or government, did you observe any time? Yes, those are private clinics. Okay, so children, today our topic is private health services, right? So in that private health services, here also we have to discuss about in the urban areas private health services separately and rural areas private health services separately, right? So here in the by name itself we can understand these are private. Okay, private persons owned hospitals, right? Private persons, they are constructing their own buildings, they are providing their own doctors, and they are giving treatment to the people with charge, not with free of charge. Okay, they will take payment from the people. So those are called as private health services. Okay, in the urban areas we can see so many hospitals with well furnished, well established hospitals with all the facilities. Okay, in the hospital itself we can get laboratory services also, and at the same time different kinds of tests also, ultrasound, X-ray, MRI, right, blood tests, right, that all the tests related labs also they will provide in that hospital only. And one more important thing, we can buy our medicines also in that hospital only. Okay, in that hospital means that private hospital include all these facilities. We can do our laboratory tests, we can buy our medicines, whatever doctor suggested to us our problem, right? So in that way here we can see private health services in the urban areas, right? So many hospitals here, almost nowadays each and every town, every city, right, every area we can that private health services are all around. Okay, even small gullies also, small gullies also we can see private small clinics. Okay, we can get treatment over there. Means our small problems, means small issues, means just like fever, cold, cough, if any small injuries, right? So that kind of things we can get treatment in our nearby house only, we can get in the small clinics. Okay, those also private hospitals only. Okay, and the government, coming to the big hospitals, those also private hospitals only, which will provide all the facilities. Okay, with adequate treatment. Means we can see in the urban areas, each and everywhere, so many private hospitals. Okay, so we can get each and every facility there, we can get each and every treatment for every problem, right? Each and every service we can get over there, about laboratory related, about medicines related, right? Each and every facility we can get. So in that way here, private health services will be in the urban areas. Coming to rural areas also private health services will be. Okay, we can find there also. But in what way? Here in the rural areas, RMP, registered medical practitioners, or PMP, private medical practitioners, right? So that persons will give treatment to the people. Okay, small illnesses, fever, cold, cough, headache, body aches, small injuries, right? That kind of things, that RMPs will provide the treatment to the people in the rural areas. Okay, they will also give medicines. Okay, so they will charge the people for their treatment. Okay, here anything is not free of cost or less cost. For everything we need to pay to the hospital, for our consultation, for our lab tests, for our medicines, right? Whatever it may be, whatever we are getting treatment, whatever we are getting service from that hospital, from that RMP also, for everything we need to pay, right? Because those are private health services. Okay, so in that way here we have in our country private health services. All over India, private health services are increasing day by day. Okay, new hospitals they are constructing, they are starting, they are establishing with full-fledged furniture, with laboratory equipments, tools, right? So many multi-speciality hospitals we can see in the urban areas. Okay, in villages also so many RMPs we can see, right? Some areas we can see, they will roam around the village. Okay, not only one place, they will roam around the village and they will give treatment. They will provide treatment to the villagers. In some villages, they will start one small clinic in one house and people will come there and they will take treatment there, right? So means here different kinds of private health services we can see in the rural areas also and urban areas also. Okay, and in that private hospitals, from laboratories, persons will come to our houses and they will take blood samples and they will do laboratory tests in some areas, because for that we need to pay more amount. Where we are going and we are giving our blood sample in the laboratory, for that how much we will pay, that for that more than that we need to pay, while they will come to our house and they will take our blood samples for the tests, right? Means here for money they are providing each and every facility to us within the time, right? So in that way our private health services are developed in our country. In the rural areas also, in the urban areas also, we can see each and every corner, each and every city, every town, right? We can see the private health services. Means they are established like that. In that large aspect, the private health services are developed. They expanded their services, right? Children, let me show some slides here. This is showing a private hospital in the urban area. See how nice it was, how big building, just it is looking like a 5-star hotel. In our first module also we discussed, Ranjan said about his private hospital, right? So like that we can see here well established private hospital in the urban area. And next here one more hospital, means they will provide each and every facility in that hospital, right? Laboratory services and medicines also, right? Each and every facility we can get in that hospitals, multi-speciality hospitals we can call it as. Okay, and next, medical shops. Each and everywhere, every corner of the town, every corner of the city, we can get medical medicines. Okay, so these are the medical shops. And next, private healthcare in tribal areas. Just now we discussed about RMPs, right? Registered medical practitioners. They will roam around the village in nearby areas and they will provide the treatment to the people. Okay, so that people are called as RMPs or PMPs, registered medical practitioners or private medical practitioners. And next, healthcare in villages. Same thing. How in the rural areas they will roam around the streets and they will provide the treatment. Here we can see the RMPs are going to the people's houses and they are providing health service to the people, right? So these are the private health services provided by the private doctors in the urban and rural areas. Okay, so children, you see that slides, right? So each and every service of a private health at your doorstep. Through that we can understand that thing, right? So next, coming to the topic, healthcare and equality. So in that, is adequate healthcare available to all? No, right? Why? Because in so many areas in our India, if comparatively with urban areas or rural areas, whatever it may be, private health services are increasing day by day, but not the government services. Why like that? Because every year we are producing more doctors, right? Every private doctor, every doctor he wants to settle, he or she wants to settle in urban area. Okay, so based on that reason here, private health services are increasing day by day. They are developing day by day, but not the public health services. Okay, so here we can see so many areas, so many remote areas, tribal areas, villages, we can see so many issues. And people, because health is the main important aspect for each and every person, either he or she, right? So for that reason, if any special disease is there, any health issue is there, any major accident was done, right, that time people don't think about the money. Immediately they will admit in the hospital and they will take treatment for their problem, right? For that, in so many areas, more than 40% of the people now in India, if they have any health issue, immediately they have to sell their properties, or they have to sell their gold or something, right, to pay the money for their treatment in the hospital. Okay, we can see in so many areas in such a way. Okay, so like that here we can see so many incidents each and everywhere. We can't say here like that, we can't mention each and everywhere of India. Okay, because private health services are more costly. Even though health is most important, we can't live like that. For that reason, people don't think to get treatment in private hospitals also if any emergency is there. Okay, so in that way here, healthcare is not adequate to all. Okay, this is not available to the all people in the equal ratio. Only few people who have money, they are getting proper health service, proper health treatment in the private hospitals. Who don't have money, that people only are going to the government hospitals, right? So in that way, here we need to change that situation, right? Government has to establish their services. Of course, we have a large chain of medical health centers in India. Even in rural areas also, in urban areas also, in the government point of view, we have so many chain of hospitals, interlinked activities in between rural area and urban area. But even though they are not sufficient, because we have more population in our country, more than 130 crores population now we have in India, right? So based on the population, based on the people needs, they need to increase the services. Okay, everywhere, not only in the urban area, not only in rural area, both the ways they need to expand their services in the government aspects, right? So then only we can uh, cross these kind of problems. And people also will get, all people will get their sufficient treatment for their problems, for their illnesses, right? So in that way here we can see the healthcare and equality means all people should get equal treatment, not only in the vote elections time, not only in the other aspects. Each and every aspect we are seeking equality in our country, okay, in health point of view also. And in some villages, I want to tell you one important thing here. In some villages, in some rural areas, in the family, if any woman needs treatment, they will not concentrate on her. Okay, mostly men only will get proper treatments. For women health, they won't concentrate. Mostly areas we can say, mostly remote areas, right? Means that way, because men are the important, because our society is male dominant society, right? Gender equality is not following so many places now also. So based on that here, so many remote areas we can find this kind of inequality between the men and women in the health aspect also. Okay, so we need to overcome all these kind of situations, right? So children, I hope you understand the topic, private health services and healthcare and equality. Private health services is about the private hospitals in the urban areas and rural areas also. How they will expand their services. Day by day, how they are developing, how they are expanding, right? How they are giving proper treatment to the people, right? How they are charging, how they are providing each and every facility in the urban areas, multi-speciality hospitals, including laboratory, including medicines, right? And in rural areas also we can we can find out some RMPs and PNPs, right? So in that way, private health services are increasing and developing day by day, but not the public health services. Here we can find out that healthcare and equality, right? So many people who are not able to pay money, who are not able to bear such kind of treatment in the private hospitals, they are approaching the government hospitals, right? But in some areas they are selling their properties to pay the charges in the private hospitals based on the issue. Okay, so these kind of things we can find out here. So for that reason we are saying adequate healthcare availability is not there to all the people, right? So here children, I hope you understand the topic, right? So here I want to give you a small task. In nearby areas where you are living, in that area, nearby your areas, collect the information about public and private health services. Okay, we'll meet you in the next module.